Hello again. We're here doing the last of the 3 basic falls. So Ms. Abby, if you don't mind, I'd like you to be my student while we go through this. One of the things we didn't point out in the first 2 falls is we're doing this on a crash pad for safety reasons. It's not easier. In fact, most of these falls are a little bit more challenging on the mat because your feet are kind of stuck and glued to them.
Definitely.
But it's definitely much safer, especially if you make a mistake. Once you're good at this, it doesn't really matter if you're on a mat or if you're on a thick mat on a small floor mat or a lawn in a front yard or even on the concrete. This will definitely make a big difference in what happens after the fall. So with the side fall, like the other falls, the thing we want to do is we want to get down on the ground as quickly as we can with the safe part of our body touching the floor. This is the most practical of all the falls we do, and in fact, it's the core of things like shoulder roll and everything else. They all end up in a side fall. So the idea here, again, we're going to start from a squatting position because it's the easiest way to learn the fall. Miss Abby, I'm going to ask you to fall to your right. Okay, so you're going to face that way. Now, the safe part of your body for this fall is going to be which side. Since we're falling this direction, what are the parts of your body that you want to put on the mat?
Back.
Your right side, your right arm and shoulder, right? What else?
The sides of my leg.
The right side of your leg. So in order to do that, we're going to have to lay those down. What does the left side of your body have to do?
Stay upright.
It does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit strange, all right? So I'm going to walk you through the process that I use mentally when I do this fall. So left hand goes on your hip, right hand sticks out. And that's just a reminder to me which direction I'm going to fall. I bring the right arm all the way across my body, and I bring the right leg across my body so that I can lay down here and here, and I slap. And again, slapping here is the correct position, but for those that are beginning, guess what the natural tendency is? To do it up here, but when you do, elbow's going to hit first. To keep that from happening, we're going to slap down there. Okay, come back up one more time. Now, I don't know if you've ever done it this way before, where we take the 2 right sides of the body and move them out of the way. But for a lot of beginners, this makes a lot of sense to them because they can move both pieces at the same time so that this surface and this surface are ready to touch. All right? Go ahead and look forward. And one more time. Good. Only thing that was missing before without a perfect fall was the
Kia.
Good. And another thing I didn't point out is you do a real good job of holding your head here, but just like every one of our other falls, the first thing we protect is our head. So the head is as far to the left as we can get it during the fall, so it has room. We're keying in case we land harder on our side than we expected so we don't get the wind knocked down. So if you can put the head and the kia all together, we'll have a very nice side fall.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wonderful. Good. Come back up. Everybody will have a stronger side and a weaker side.
Yes.
And sometimes it has to do with whether you're right hand dominant or left hand dominant. Sometimes it just has to do with what experiences you've had and how comfortable you are doing things on both sides. The nice thing about this is you practice whichever is the strong side, you use that as your model, right? That's the one that shows you how to do it correctly. So that when you get to the other side or the weaker side, you have a chance to try again and you find out what is it I can do like the right side that I'm now doing on the left. So let's try it on the left side instead, and let's see how things go.
Kia.
Good, very nice. And again, you could see that it was the left side of the body now that's rolling. I'm getting everything on the safe part of my body lined up across that mat, and I'm ready to go. Come back up. Very well done. That's a side fall, and as we said, that's going to be the cornerstone of a lot of the other falls that you do in martial arts.